Hello everybody, this is Vinita Kumar, also known as Twinflameunion, bringing you guys some manifesting and pep talk on the money sector. I still have to do a blog on this, and I'm actually going to do it's one of my future topics to bring forward, and when I do, I will actually link it to this video, but yeah, it hasn't been written yet. And I just was so busy writing the Law of Attraction series. It took me a month and a half to write that, so do look at that as well, because there's some areas where I do talk about money, but this one is more of an in-depth, and I wanted to actually hop on here and do a very quick video of things that I actually found that worked for me and how I was able to manifest some money. So we'll talk about that and we will dive deep into it. But before we do that, let's hit it. Welcome back. For those that are new to this channel and were drawn to my channel, please do not forget to hit like, share and subscribe, as well as the notification bell, so that you do not miss my future videos that I will actually bring forward. I try to have a video within a week and a half, so this is how frequently I actually post something. So yeah, have a look at my other sections that I actually have, as well as if you want to book a private reading or a private session with me, my information is in the description box as well for you to do that. You can actually directly book and pay through my website, and it'll just all get streamlined through there, and you can do that. So without further ado, today's topic that I have is how to clear money blocks. Now, this is one of the most important matter for everybody's day-to-day life and existence. And I do not care just how enlightened you feel that you are, how spiritual you are, how business orientated you are, or how anything you are. Because back in the days, in the I don't even know what era I'm talking about, there used to be I'm talking about before many moons ago, money has been in form of exchange in many ways. Before, they used to do it with goods and services, meaning cows and sheep and what have you, whatever was treasure back then. In those days, I'm not going to go into the errors of it. You get what I'm trying to say. They used to exchange for goods and services through there. Then they started making silver and gold coins, and they had value to that as well. And they began to do trade through that, right? So and then after that, they started coming up with currencies. And each country began to come up with their own currencies, and you'll be surprised that majority of the currencies are actually in green color. There's a reason for that. And I don't know who came up with that, but whoever did was very brilliant even back in those days, because this is now going into so many hundreds of years where currency has been in circulation, right? And that's actually by many countries, and we've got a lot of countries in this world, right? We live in a big world. So how I matched, and when I actually thought about this on the money aspect, I actually thought that was very brilliantly done, because it is in the color of green, and green is, again, our heart chakra. That's the color, and that's the region that it works off. So when it comes to money, it is actually a form of energy. Everything is energy, whether it's a pen that you're writing with, or any emotions you're feeling, air that you're breathing, water. It doesn't matter. Everything is energy, and we live in a universal life force energy, and the universe is energy as well, and it's forever moving in a frequency, right? Everything is like that. Think about it this way: when you're actually talking on a phone, you're calling or talking or having some sort of communication from your end, and wherever it is that is you're trying to reach. It could be halfway across the world, or it could be just anybody next door. It doesn't matter, right? It's the same frequency that it uses in order to go from one point to the other. So that's what I'm trying to say, that everything is energy. And if you think about it that way, it kind of simplifies it, what that means, right? What energy means. So when it comes to just our chakras, the money aspect actually works off not only just the heart chakra, and I'll actually get into it a little bit more on other chakras as well as you follow along. But mainly it starts off with the green because of the heart chakra. It's the ability to receive as well as give. And think about the money in that aspect, because what does the money do? It is used in exchange for goods and services. Somebody is giving in order to receive. Isn't that what that is, right? It's a form of energy, and it is meant to be used. So if you are one of those, there's so many dynamics of money blocks, and I myself have done a lot of healing, my own personal healing, one-on-one with two healers on the money aspect of my journey, and I actually realized just how much money means, in that sense, because there's so many various ways of blocks, and I'm going to actually get into that as well a little bit later. But I just want to pull this point here, that it's the form of an energy in exchange for something. So and this is the way that your heart kind of works too, because it's got that ability to give and receive. Give and receive is the huge thing. So you gotta always tie that with the money here. So another chakra that it actually controls a few chakras, and I'll actually tell you which ones are the main ones that I feel it's tied to. The other one is your sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra, the reason why it's actually tied to that is because that's our creator energy. That is that sexual creator energy. From that, life is created. So that's our sacral chakra. So if you are having problems creating the flow of money, that is the chakra also to focus on, to unclog it. So to do that as well. The second one is now going into the solar plexus chakra, and that one is your power center, your personal power center. That's your inner child, as well as your overall, like that region where you actually hold a lot of things, right? It's also where your your food for life, in order nourishment, your water that you're consuming, the food that you're consuming, it all goes into your solar plexus chakra. Think about how important that is, because it's actually allowing you to nourish your body. So it's the same idea, right? So that's why I feel that that is also an important chakra that is actually associated with, because if you have money blocks, try to look at the blockages that you have within that chakra region as well, which could be your inner child, because that's and your personal power and the confidence, because that's, you know, all of those. Like, look that up, and I'm not going to go into it too deep on what these chakras mean and what they are. You can look that up on the internet. There's tons of information on that, but, you know, I'm just giving you some key points. That's the power center, the personal power, you know, confidence, inner child. So those are the ones that jump out to me right now, which it ties to, right? So that's what it is. And if you feel that I'm burping, I am. It's I don't think I've ever burped this much in my entire life. I don't think I've burped that much, you know, and then I've been burping for the last 3 months. You know, it's just a lot of energy that's getting released, and I'm actually writing an article on that one, on ascension symptoms. So I should actually ask my mother just how much of a burping baby I was. I feel that I am burping, and I'm tired of burping, and it's not very ladylike, actually. It's very, you know, let's not get it there. Why? I don't like it. It's just something that's happening to me, and it's a side effect of ascension symptom, and I must be really releasing a lot of trapped, you know, bad energy and healing. So when you go into deep healings, a lot of things like that happen. And yeah, you know, if you see that in my videos, I do apologize. It's nothing I can do. It's just it is what it is. So, and the other one is, we talked about heart chakra already. The other one is the throat chakra, because I feel that you know, if your throat chakra is blocked, it also doesn't allow you to express your expression. You know, you're not vocal with it. You know, you're not able to ask if somebody is owing you money, or, you know, if you've offered a service to somebody. Or I think it's very important, because, you know, if your throat chakra is blocked, or if you are unable to do that, it's a blockage, right? You know, and if you feel that that's what's happening as well in your situation, then yeah, it's again your throat chakra that you need to work on as well, that has a blockage there. So these were the chakras that it actually controls. So you can see that a simple thing as money, what it does, how you can heal money blocks. Of course, you know, the best way to do that is with healers, because, you know, when you work one-on-one with healers, what I find is that you know, they are able to access your deeper layers of blockages, and they're able to release it for you, and as well as you, because it helps you to access that blockages, right? So and a lot of it is, I've done some past life work as well in money blocks, so I do know what I'm talking about when I say that there's blockages that stem from there as well, because there's always a pattern, you know. And I found that in my findings, I was killing people for money, and people were killing me for money. And, you know, then I found the root cause of the problem in the vows. And yeah, it just, oh goodness. Right. And then there were other times when and then again, this is, you know, what I will do for the collectives. I've already started thinking about it, and it takes a while for me to come up with the script, as well as the right frequency meditation sound that I want, you know. So this is why my meditations are a little bit powerful, and I don't just push out every week a new meditation, because it takes me a while to channel that. So it's actually channeled energy. But well, yeah, what I wanted to say is that, you know, I want to actually, my next meditation will be on money blocks. So and it's very, very important when you're on a spiritual journey, because, you know, you get to learn stuff like that. I actually, you know, my last one-on-one healing with the healer, I actually saw some of the energetic cords that were still attached to me with people that I had money issues with, where they actually owed me money, or they, you know, they took money by, you know, just stuff like that. Just my dynamics, where they actually tried to offer me services and stuff like that, and they didn't fulfill it. That was just all bogus, and they just took lots of money, right? So, and this is going back now many years, but the energetic cord was there. It just goes to show that money is, you know, it's crazy just what it does and it doesn't do, right? So I do feel that, you know, that's very, very crucial in your findings, you know, as well. So do connect one-on-one with healers, because they will be able to help you access that a little bit better and find the root cause of your problem. And if you feel that, okay, you know, I'm too cheap to spend that money on myself, then that's a block. Because, you know, why would you feel it? And anybody that's feeling this way, it's not judgmental observation or whatever, but it's something that you need to think about. Because every time, if you are to want to spend money on something or somewhere, some service or some product is requiring you to spend money, which is always the case, you know, that's, you know, the whole world revolves around this, right? And if you are always thinking about spending money and, oh my God, I don't have that money, where am I going to get that money from? That is actually a block. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that it's actually a block. It's not because you, you know, it's unconscious. You don't even realize that you're actually doing it. And for those that just want to just hang on to their money and do not want to spend them, it's good to have savings, because that's very important. But if you are depriving yourself of things that you need, you know, just because you're just hanging on to this money, then again, that really is a block. So that's another way of looking at it, that yeah, that is a block as well. So you should, money is energy. It's meant to be used. It's meant to give you that abundance and that life that you want. And it could be anything that you want, be it something that you want to buy, be it the nourishment you need. You know, you should not go to a supermarket and you look at the price of this item and you think, oh gosh, this is too expensive, I can't afford this. And if you're feeling this way, we all do this once in a while, but it's something to keep at the back of your mind, that if you're doing that, then you're not living in that abundance what the universe wants you to live in, is what I'm trying to say. Or if you've seen a pair of shoes, or, you know, this outfit that you've seen, and this is not gender based, you know, this video is for anybody that's watching it. If you feel that you've seen something that you've liked, and then you look at the price tag with it, then you're like, oh, you know, okay, maybe I can't afford this, or maybe I will save up for it, which is, you can do that. But, you know, just think about it. If you had the money, would you wait for months to manifest that money? If you saw something that's nice in the stores, or something that you wanted to buy, and you don't have the money for it, like, think about that for a second, right? Or, you know, traveling, right? You know, I mean, right now we are in lockdown, you know, and safely so. But, you know, when back in the days when everything was normal, we all have our bucket list that we wanted to go to, right? You know, and some people do travel. Most people that the world has become smaller in that sense too, where you can actually do your own booking, versus, you know, going to a travel agent. You know, the resources are all there. But I'm just saying that it just goes to show that if you have never ever traveled, you know, in your life anywhere, you know, then what have you done, right? You know, it's and some people are happy, fine, you know, if they are happy with that situation, that's fine. But imagine if you won $1 million, wouldn't you be seeing, then you wouldn't be worried that, oh, I don't want to go see, you know, let's say England, or, you know, Paris, or, you know, Barbados, I don't know, like, I'm just saying, you know, it's any places that you want to you know, visit in your bucket list, right? You know, so there's so many beautiful, each places have their gems and jewels. You know, you meet the, you know, amazing people, their food, their culture. You know, you actually traveling can be fun, right? You know, in that sense, because you get to see you know, how big the world is and how beautiful the world is. So, you know, it's something that everybody likes to see, versus just looking at it in movies and pictures, right? So, you know, you like to experience that, right? So I'm just saying that if it's something that you haven't traveled, in your life, then this is something for you to look into and think that, okay, what have I then accomplished, and then yeah, if you had $1 million, what would you do with that? I believe that almost everybody that's watching this video would put travel in their list because they've got the money and they would just go and fly a few places, or they would go on a boat cruise that they wanted to go. So it just goes to show that money does buy a lot of luxuries, right? And you are meant to live a luxurious life. We are not in the biblical time when people were just walking, a lot of walking. You didn't. The world has changed. In order to travel, you use some sort of commute, right? And you have to pay for that, whether you own a vehicle, or you own an aircraft, or you own a boat, or you own or you don't own any of that stuff, and you still have to travel via trains and via buses, right? Travel, right? You still have to pay for that. It's not free, right? It's not like it's your uncles or aunts, and you can go from point A to point B. So what I'm trying to say is, back in those days, that time has changed. Even they had to travel via donkeys and stuff like that, because they, even then too, long travels were done on animals, and they were actually the form of travel. And they did cost money, didn't come free, even in those days too. So it just goes to show that the universe, based on the times and era, yes, things did change. Back in the days, they would have never thought that the world would be what it is, in terms of technology and what have you. I mean, now, the world is evolved so much that they're trying to colonize even Mars, right? And the rich people are actually buying land there, right? So it just goes to show that, the world is getting smaller and smaller, and, few thousands or many thousands of years down the road, this would be even not the norm, right? What we are doing here, right? Because everything will be up there in Mars. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just everything is crazy when you think about it that way. But it's even in those days, they did some sort of traveling, and it did cost money. So if you feel that if you're on a spiritual journey, you can just go back to the dark ages and go live in a cave and go live under a tree. It's all nice to say that, but that's not realistic. You don't, right? You're not a sage, you're not a guru, you're not a messiah that you need to go and live under a tree and call it that, for the rest of your life. It's not real, right? So when you're on a spiritual journey and you feel that it's your obligation, it's your God-given right that you can just receive things for free, then that's a block that you have to think about why you actually have that block. Because anybody that's in the spiritual community, yes, they do give you free things, but it doesn't grow from trees. They put in their time, that's money. They put in, whatever investment that they are doing, be it it could be anything that they're giving, any services that are giving free, because it's costing them electricity, internet, right? Money to buy the products and show you. So appreciate that. Give donations, give energy exchange for the times. Like I did that when I was watching a lot of YouTubers back in the days as well, because I used to just purchase services from them, because I was drawn to somebody, and I actually decided to purchase and interact with them that way and give them the energy exchange, because that's what it is. I'm just saying that do not expect everything for free, because if you are one of those that love doing that, then your abundance will not come tenfold back. And if you do not have the money, that's understanding, because when you say it that way, yes, that's a money block as well, if you don't have the money, because you have to figure out why you don't have the money. So that's when, this type of videos will actually come in handy, because I will show you a few manifesting techniques and what you can do. And these are little things that, you can actually apply in your day-to-day existence. It's simple. It doesn't cost lots of money, loads of money. It's cheaper than you trying to go to this person that supposedly will do black magic, voodoo, or whatever the heck people do to help you manifest this and that, which doesn't work anyways. Those things are all bogus, right? So if you're paying money for that kind of stuff, yeah, just try not to do that, because those things don't exist, right? So stuff like that, you can do a lot of good manifestation with the right intentions, good affirmations. I started actually came across, I knew about Florence Scovel Shinn's work through my spiritual journey. I didn't know who she was, but there were other teachers that were teaching her work, and I was drawn to it then, but I didn't understand the scope of it until about a month ago. It accidentally showed up in my YouTube, I guess search, and she just stumbled in my life, and I started diving deep into what she's trying to tell, and oh my goodness, like she was an amazing woman, a pioneer woman from her time, born in the 18. I don't know what her, I think it was like 1840 or 1860, I can't remember. Somewhere around that time frame she was born, and then she died in the early 1940s, so she was very powerful even in her time. And, she's one of the first ladies of law of attraction. So, and the reason why I'm bringing her up is because she's got some really amazing affirmations that are actually really, really powerful in her books. She's got this one, Your Word is Your Wand. That is a book. You can actually download that in the internet, as well as there's some YouTube audio free audio files as well that you can actually listen to. And she's got some really amazing affirmations, which is why I actually bringing it here, because she's got some prosperity ones as well. And I found that the ones that she's got, it really speaks to me. So I love her affirmations, and I think that they're powerful. So yeah, try to look at that. So that's some of the things that you can do at the back end as well. Now, which brings me to the manifesting part of it. Yeah, I've given you a little bit of history on this, and like I said, my article will be very in depth on this, so look forward to that article when I actually write it. But for now, I'm just going to give you some quick tips on this. First of all, I'm actually using this, so just heavy. So always get, see how it's coming with our nice green plate. I had this actually for a while. Like, I don't even know how long I've had it, but the candle plate, but it's kind of cute. It's got that, I don't know if you can see how beautiful it is, right? So I actually loved this, and it's actually great for my manifesting money magic. So try to find a really nice candle that's like dark like this, like not like the light green, not the light green ones, get the dark ones, and you can find them on Etsy and eBay and all those funny things, so you can light this daily with your ritual. I usually have a paper underneath this, underneath the plate, and actually write some affirmations on that. And then, you set the intention, and you're actually lighting that. I do it every day for an hour or so. Make it a ritual, because then you're manifesting it. And once the candle actually burns off, then you can actually burn the note as well, and just throw the ashes back into the soil, into the earth, right? So you've set one cycle of intention. So do that. That's going to be really, really effective. I do this all the time. I've been doing it for about 1.5 years now, and I find that it when you actually do these kind of little things, it sets the intention. So I like that. I like the idea of setting the frequency, where I just say, okay, if it's meant to be for my highest and greatest good, then I will, the universe will actually find a way for me to have it, right? So especially money. So and I find that it actually works, you know, be it anything. So I just kind of leave it for the universe, and I leave it in their hands that, you know, if it's meant to be for my highest and greatest good, it's gonna fall upon me, and I can actually go you know, buy that or pay for this or pay for that. So I found that that works. I mean, there is, let's face it, there is no such thing as, you know, the universe at the sky opening, and, you know, you've got this bag of gold that's gonna come with leprechauns and bar mitzvah and, you know, pot of gold, you know, at the end of the rainbow, or you know, clovers and if that was the case, you know, we would all be rich, right? So it doesn't work that way, you know. But the universe does, what they do is they give you ways to, you know, tap into the right frequency for manifesting. So, you know, vision boards are very powerful. Journaling is very powerful. So do look at those as well. And if you want to know any of those, then look at my Law of Attraction series, because I actually talk on that and actually provided some links that where I actually, if you don't know how to make one, or you don't know how to write on a journal and you want to manifest it that way, look at that one. I'll link it in this video for you to read through. So I'm going to cut the video shorter that way, though, you know, because it's all there, you can do that. Another thing I want to say is I actually watch her videos a lot. Her channel is Mystic at Crossroads, I believe. And she talked about a good tip, you know, and she's all about manifesting candles and stuff like that. I love her, amazing lady. And she talked about some of the kitchen crafts that you can use as well. And the one that really spoke out to me was, and I actually had it in my cupboard, you know, so that was easy for me to do. And so there's tons of videos like that on YouTube. I'm just giving you a clue. You can dig into it on your own time and find out those kind of videos. What she talked about was, gosh, what is it called? Rosemary. And I happen to have some dried rosemary, so you can actually incorporate that in your candle burning, where you actually lay some rosemary around your candle and do your manifesting that way. So if you have that in your spice cupboard, then yeah, you can whip that out. But yeah, there's other things that you can use, so just have a look at those kind of videos that will give you some tippers on how to use those as well. Another one that I want to talk about is wallet. Now, everybody that's watching this video, hopefully, and kids shouldn't be watching this channel anyways. They shouldn't be on YouTube to begin with, because it's, don't get me started on that, but I'm just saying. And if there are kids on YouTube, you know, I that's up to the parents what they want to do with that. But anyways, I know there's some children program, but I'm hoping that the parents are actually, you know, controlling that. I'm just very protective when it comes to what kids should and should not listen to. So, but everybody that's here should be of an adult age, and if you are 18 and above, then you should have a wallet, and it doesn't matter what gender. So I learned some tips, and I want to actually share it with you what that is. So I found, I looked at a few videos, and what I learned is the color of the wallet will also depend on the frequency it's in. From Feng Shui state, what they say is always have a black wallet, because it's you can look that up why, but they say that it's just a better form of energy, you know. And if you use red, then red, though I love red and I love red purses, but thank God I don't have a red wallet. But you know, though some videos do say that red is a, you know, perfect color to have for your wallet, because it comes from your root chakra, and root chakra is all about grounding, stability, this and that, right? So I want to say try not to have that. because if you're watching that, you can try both ways and see which way the money flows, right? So I wasn't sold on the red wallet just because of that, so I didn't want to, so I didn't do it, right? I'm actually, when it comes to wallets, I don't like to just flip through stuff, exchanging it from one wallet to the other. I do have different kind of purses, and depending on what my mood is, but my everyday purse is still black, as well. So black on black is usually what my thing is. I know I'm very, very basic when it comes to that, but apparently it's okay. Being basic is okay in this case. So yeah, so try to have a black wallet. That's what they say, and I can't remember in my findings why green is not a good color as well, because the red one, I know it associates with fire as in Chinese tradition. So they just say, well, if you're using fire as keep money keeper, then it's burning money, burning, right? Because fires burn. So I mean, fire, red is fire and it burns, right? So you're burning away money, so they don't like that. So yeah, I've always kept it as black, so do what you may with it. The other thing is, not everybody can afford expensive wallets, designer wallets. That's okay if you don't. You don't have to, but try to have a clean, not torn, in good shape wallet. So if you have a wallet that's looking better days and is torn and is seen better days, throw it. Try to get a newer wallet that is in a better condition. So just saying, right? Because how this works in the world of money, because money is energy, right? And when somebody comes to your house, or you go to somebody's house, you don't want to be treated like a pile of dirt, right? When you go visit somebody, you like it when your host treats you really well, because you feel special, you feel amazing, right? So same way, majority of the time when somebody comes to your place, you do the same thing. You do the hospitality, you actually take care of your guest, right? So money is like a guest as well, so when you're inviting them into your life and you're trying to give them a home, why would you give them something that is rubbish, right? So you need to make sure that it's something nice. So just keep that at the back of your mind. So try to go purchase a nice wallet is what I'm trying to say. So I've got my wallet here. This is Coach. I'm a Coach girl. I like it. So and when you open my wallet, it's just showing you here a little bit, right? When you opening my wallet, you see that it's pretty straightforward. Like, I keep it very neat, and your wallet is your thing. It's up to you what you keep in here, but I have it more or less clean. What tip I learned is that, see, in today's world, the digital world, everybody likes to pay through cards, and that's good, do that, but don't leave your wallet empty without any notes. I find that people are forgetting to do that, where they don't want to keep any currency, any money, right? So now you know that if you're doing that, you don't have to have much money, but make sure that you have always some money in your wallet, because you're trying to manifest money, not have an empty wallet, right? Think about that for a second. So I learned this about a year ago, and I'm lucky that in Canada we have currency. This is $20 bill. I don't know, you can't see it. I don't know it won't show you. It doesn't matter, because it's just showing it in a different way. It looks like $50. Okay, well, it's not 50, it's $20. But I always keep the bill, and try not to fold the bill. I know some people like it folded. I don't know. It's just a thing for me. So I always have that $20 note in my wallet. And that's not the only amount that I keep, but I make sure that it's never empty is what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to push this back very neatly. I'm like I fished it out just to show you guys, but yeah, and just see how neat like I put them, you know. It's just, yeah, I and because I talked about the red part, and I just want to see if I can find. So, you know, when I heard about the red part, and I wasn't too sold on it, because, you know, I carry a black wallet. I actually ended up just keeping a red piece of paper, and I've got a Reiki symbol because I'm a Reiki master, and I've got Shokure, you know, symbol on it, because Shokure, you know, when if you've ever, you know, taken Reiki as a practitioner program, you know, in your well, depends, you know, because my teacher was amazing, so she taught many things, and you know, you would find that one of the symbols of the many will actually work with you, and that would be a power symbol. So in my case, you know, it is the Shokure. It's the, you know, it's not the other symbols, though they are very profound, but yeah, I just found that this was my symbol, so I use that for everything, you know. It's my power symbol. So what I'm saying is that you need to make sure that you've got something like that, you know. You take what you may with it, and then, you know, you always have a coin pouch. For guys, I get it that you don't want in something that's going to be very bulky, so just make sure that you have a stack of notes, and at least I don't know, like, I mean, I know that these days guys have those coin pouches, but yeah, I get it. You guys put it in your pants, you know, pocket and all that, and you don't want it to be too bulky. So try to just, you know what you do? This is what you do. You take a picture of some coins, right? Laminate that, right? So that, you know, it doesn't do wear, tear, or some sort of like, or print it in a card or something like that. I don't know, right? You know, do something like for guys, you know, or you can actually put you know, a thing of money, like a picture coin, you know, like picture of coins, and put it in your monies. I mean, in your wallet. That will. Oh, that's Archangel Michael, and if you can hear that, confirm. Boom. So so do that. You know, that will be really beneficial for you guys as well, because yeah, you know, you can just download a picture of coins and laminate it, throw it like a card, and chuck it in your wallet. You know, there you go. Or you can buy a wallet that has the coin slot in it, and then put some coins in there. You don't have to be very bulky, because I know that men like to have a money jar, and there's nothing wrong with the money jar. I'll get into that in a little bit in a second here. So yeah, so make sure you have some sort of jingly change, you know, which I do too. Another thing, I just reminded myself, right? I keep this. So this is unlocking the abundance. So do that. Make sure you have a little key. So this goes in my coin slot. So make sure you have that in your wallet. Little things like that, you know, and you can find them anywhere in any of the metaphysical stores. I know Amazon has some nice charms that are really tiny. Like, I always carry the keys, you know, everywhere. So I've got keys, you know, in various parts of my house. But, you know, you can buy like a little charm, bracelet charm key. Just look it up, and they'll be tiny. It's really cute looking, so it won't be bulky, and you can do that. Now, one thing I learned very recently it was my sister, and this is for you, who gave me this video, and actually watched a couple of her videos, and it was in Hindi. So this is me, the English version. And I just wanted to bring that up here, and this is just on money because she talked about other things as well, but I think that this is more important that I talk about the money aspect here, because I thought that was good tips that she gave me. And yeah, so you want to make sure that you do not put receipts, store receipts. No, 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 no. Do not put those there in your wallet. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. I had no idea, because sometimes we are notorious for doing that. And for men too. Like, I've seen some men that carry like all these freaking receipts and their wallet becomes this big. So if you're one of those, do not do that, because what that is showing, or what you are doing is and everything is energy. So then what you're doing is you're just kind of inviting that energy of spending, right? Because you had to go and spend money in order to get a receipt, because nobody would give you free receipts for anything, right? Let's face it, it doesn't work that way. So that's what you're doing. You're tapping into that frequency of spending. So try not to do that, right? You try not to keep money in your wallet. No, do not do that. Another thing, and this is now going back to the ladies, because this is again very gender, or universal gender here. So this is my purse, and yeah, like I said, I use Coach, so that's me. But I do have other brands as well. But my everyday, I just can't be bothered. I don't have the time to keep exchanging purses, and all that. It's just work time. But my purse have always been neat and tidy. It's because I'm very OCD, in many ways, very, very so. So it's just the way I'm wired. So, but what pointer she brought, and I noticed that with other people that have purses like ladies, and men not so much, because men just like to keep notes and receipts and business cards. Like, please please, men, do not do that. Just saying. And for women, yes, you guys like to carry makeup, toiletries, and that's fine, because you gotta look fabulous too. You, by the way, women do look fabulous when they put their time in, so you should be the diva that you are, right? So there's nothing wrong with it. But see, I like I said, I'm an OCD, so a lot of things I was already following, and I didn't realize that I was. So this is my Coach, and you can just buy, something cheaper. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be expensive, but I just wanted to show you that this is my vanity bag. And I've got all sorts of things like that in here. So, and then it does stay in my purse all the time. So with my wallet, and I just, along with a few other things, and you know what, it's very, what you have in your purse is very personal to you. But I know that ladies like to keep those kind of things. So try to keep them in one confined, pouch like that, like a makeup pouch, and yeah, just do that, because that way it's not all over the place. Another thing I want to say is that if your purse is messy, and if you are trying to look for things in your purse and you can't find it, then yeah, you need to respect, because your money goes into your purse, so you have to give it that sanctuary home, right? So try to be organized in your purse. You should be able to close your eyes and find things in there without looking. And if your purse is not looking like that, then make sure that it's clean. A lot of times women, it's very notorious for that, and I am against that, because first of all, right now we are in a pandemic, so you don't want to do that anyways. A lot of women, they go to a public washroom and they slap their purse on the floor. Please do not do that if you're one of those, because I find that very non-sanitary, not hygienic, And it wouldn't be a bad idea, especially these days, you know, with the way that the world is, to even take extra precaution and just do a wipe underneath. Oh, see this one. Oh no, that's actually a I don't know what that is. I'll have to look at that. I didn't even notice in here is on camera. So I'll have to look at what that is. But yeah, try to go underneath that and just give it a good wipe. So I'm just saying that, you know, because your purse goes everywhere and, you know, you don't want it to have dirt underneath it. Like this one is not very good right now. That's gonna bug me. I have to, after this is the first thing I'm gonna do is look at what's that. But yeah, you know, you want to just give it a good wipe and you know, like just give it a good sanitize, just because, you know, we do throw things sometimes. We throw sometimes purses on floor. I try not to, but I'm just saying that, you know, if your purse can have a little bit of germs, so it's not a bad idea to just do a little sunny wipe, right? You know, so keep that in the back of your mind as well. Another thing I wanted to bring up, for ladies is a little bit easier because you always have a bigger purse than men. Men, let me come back to you guys. I'll think of it something intuitively. Let me just talk to the ladies here. These are little stones. This is malachite. This is citrine. I've got tiger's eye, and I have the aventurine. So these ones are all, you can look that up, you know, what crystals are used in the internet for you know, for money drawing, you know, money drawing crystals, right? So I have this in my purse, and this is my affirmation that I have written here. And the way that I have affirmation written, somebody actually, this again, my sister that sent me this video. So how you do that is you draw a circle in the paper and make sure that your affirmation is not touching the circle. Right, you know, you're writing with inside that circle, you know, your affirmation of whatever prayer, money prayer, affirmation, whatever you have it. Like I have Florence Scovel Shinn's, you know, because I loved all her affirmations that she's got, and I actually attached that with 1176. So 1176. That's an angel number. That's a manifesting angel number. I don't know who. You know, whether that, like I just started this actually recently, so I just want to add that in there. You can try it, but you know, it's an angel number that is really good for attracting or manifesting. So for the purpose of money manifesting, why not? So then you throw that inside the circle as well, along with your affirmation. Make sure that your circle is not, your words are not touching inside any of your circle. Like everything has to be within the circle and not touching outside or the inner part of the circle as well. So just keep it, you know, small, write it small, neatly. And you can, what I did is, you know, I just threw that with my favorite crystals, you know, and with the affirmation, and this stays in my purse. So that's another way of manifesting something like that. Another one that I also am doing is same idea. You know, you throw that in a circle of in a paper, draw a circle, throw your affirmation in there, put 1176 in there, and then you put your affirmation, and then you light a candle. And before you, like, you have your candle there, but you know, you always get a water, because you know, again, you know, money is energy, so is water is energy too. So what you do is, you know, you get a clean glass of water, you know, make sure it's see-through like a glass, right? You fill it up, and you put the, okay, let me just see what I can do here. So I'm just trying to show you. So let's just say that this is my notepad, right? So you draw the circle here, right? So you've got it here like this. So you put the water like that, you know, inside the circle. So then your affirmations is inside the circle. So when you are using the, you know, the clear glass of water, you can actually see your formations if you are actually looking at it from there, right? So once you do that, you know, you put that, have it resting for about half hour or so, and then throughout the day you can drink that water. So that's just making that affirmation, right? So I have it set up like that, and you know, you can use rosemary's around it for manifesting techniques. In this situation, what the lady said was, you know, make sure that, you know, you're actually using orange. This is orange. I don't know if you can see that, but this is an orange notepad. So orange paper, and you can use blue. So use orange and blue combination. You can have blue paper and orange writing, whatever, you know, whatever have you. But that's for that specific situation, that's what she said. So I went with the orange one too, and then here I kept it green because green is money. So, and I use blue pen. So do not use any other kind of ink. Try to keep it to blue only, just because I think it's something to do with throat chakra. So keep it to that. Do not use other colors. I don't know. I mean, she said that not to use it, so then I just stuck with the blue because it's the simpler way. Everybody has blue pen in their house, so try to do it that way, right? You know, and you can try different combination. I gave you a lot of tips. You know, you figure out what works. I do them all. Whatever I told you, I just do them all. So that's another way of you know, doing some sort of manifesting magic, right? So I believe I've covered, and I know it was a lengthy video, but then money is everybody's problem, isn't it? You know, everybody wants to have lots of money, right? Sorry, yes, gents, I've almost forgot. For you guys, you know, for something like this, I know that you do not have, you know, like abundance of keeping a purse. So let's come back to you guys here. You guys, almost all guys that I know, they love their magnificent coin jar. You know, who doesn't have one? I think most men love to have that. They like to pluck their coin jar there. So if you are one of those guys that have at the end of the day, you like to come at home and empty that jar, put it there. Put something like this there. You know, I know this is kind of girly looking, so for you manly men, I know. I'm just, sorry, guys. I know. I'm just trying to see how unmanly I can make this, you know, like, because this is kind of fluffy girl thing. So, try to keep it loose. How about that? Do it loose. That's okay, because it's all in that energy. You know, it's all in that container, that vessel. If you feel like you are okay to do it in a pouch, do it like this. If not, then just have it loose. It's okay. You know, it's still, you know, you're still giving it respect, right? You know, I'm just trying to think here how I can make it less fluffy for you guys. Sorry. That's what it was, you know. It's another thing I wanted to say before I sign off here. Money is energy, and if you are not respecting money, money will not respect you either. So I'm just saying that what you need to do is do not have money coins lying around all over the house. If you are one of those, go clean up your house and clean up coins that are laying here, laying there, in your car, in your this and that. Like, just put them in one area and place it with that respect, because you're inviting them in your home. You know, you shouldn't be tossing them. You don't toss your guests, you know, like a, you know, empty sack of potatoes or a bag full of potatoes, right? Like, you don't just say here, right? You don't behave that way towards them. So I'm just saying, you treat them very nicely, right? You know, I mean, I hope so that you are inviting good people in your home. Or you are going to good homes that invite you and they treat you well, right? You know, so what I'm saying is, yeah, you just want to make sure that, you know, you giving that respect. So don't throw money everywhere. Just have them in standard areas that is designated for that situation, right? Like, in your case, your piggy bank or your coin jar or, your wallet, your purse, right? You shouldn't be laying around everywhere. I know that, in North America and perhaps even in the Europe, we have to have change to get that cart, and I know that I have in my vehicle too. I have those I just have actually a quarter, and I have a loonie, because in Canada that's all you need is a loonie or a quarter. Loonie is $1 for those that don't understand what that is. A quarter is just 25 cents. It's just a currency that we have in Canada. So for my purpose, actually the coin, the loonie is actually not even a loonie anymore. It looks like a loonie, but it works like a loonie. You get it from the store, and I use that in lieu of loonie. And then I always keep a quarter for the carts that keep that take a quarter, because you always want to have some handy, but I don't have it laying around everywhere in my vehicle. It's usually in an area that's just, it's with respect, I didn't throw them, by my feet or whatever. It's actually sitting in a very, neat, organized area, and it's just in one section. And once I, finish using it, I put it back there. So even in there too, I've always had that respect, with money. So I'm just saying that, you try to do the same thing, and try not to keep any cash in your vehicle, like, coins and stuff like that. I know some of you like to keep that for parking and all that. If you do, then, just make sure that it's just, in a nice pouch or something like that, something nicer, and keep it in your glove compartment versus, laying it, in a cup holder or something like that, so little tip like that. So bring some changes, see what happens. Put your comments in the description and tell me what you thought of this video. I hope that you get abundance of money, and that's what I'm gonna hope for. And wish you amazing results with it. This is twinflameunion here. This was today's topic: how to manifest money and what money blocks were.